buses and the environment. Franchise buses are, after the mass transit railway, the most important link in Hong Kong's transport system, carrying more than 30% of all public transport passengers daily. Like the tram and the Star Ferry, buses are also welcomed by tourists as a cheap and comfortable means to catch the pulse of the city. The wide variety of bus models are also pursued by many bus enthusiasts.
我嘅興趣就係喺呢度，與生俱來㗎呢樣嘢，唔係後尾先鍾意啊！細個屋企一打開隻窗就會見到有巴士喎，咁又見到啲巴士有唔同顏色嘅，因為有廣告啊其他嘢咁就慢慢見到，哇好得意喎！佢唔係價一樣樣嘅喎，有唔同嘅款啊，唔同嘅長度啊咁樣，咁慢慢就開始好仔細咁研究啦，即係嗰啲機械啊、車身啊、噼里卡啦嗰啲嘢啦，咁到而家就做埋車主添。
The last day of service of a certain bus model is often a festive event, when bus fans crowd the bus terminal and spread out along the bus route to take photos. To some local residents and bus enthusiasts, cancellation of obsolete bus routes are equally significant. They flock into the bus terminus for the last departure, hoping to capture the finest moment of their acquainted routes.
You get a chauffeured car, but for most of us, our family memories are about what buses we call. That public transport is one of the major vectors of Hong Kong's collective memory.
呢嚿唔係一嚿20噸嘅廢鐵嚟嘅，呢嚿係曾經載住你或者你阿爸、你阿媽一個童年嘅回憶，或者佢第一份工就係去坐巴士，就係呢啲熱狗巴士嚟㗎啦。咁每一個人發生喺巴士上面嘅回憶都唔同嘅，而你必須要係 keep 住呢樣嘢，你先有翻嗰種感覺。 我相信20年後，如果有人揾翻我，同我講翻話，喂，叫我 restructure 翻成件事出嚟，車翻佢80歲嘅媽媽由新蒲崗去翻觀塘，我哋希望啊，可以做翻呢件事出嚟。呢個係好重要，呢個係你咩錢都買唔到嘅。OK， 你可以翻大陸叫人砌嗰一架新嘢出嚟啦，但係佢已經冇咗個感覺㗎，係啊，冇晒嘅。而我希望喺20年後，我哋仍然有呢個能力去 reconstruct 翻今日或者係10年前。
As buses run on diesel, they are targeted for contributing to air pollution. The Hong Kong government, since 2013, has tightly regulated buses under the Air Pollution Control Ordinance. The Air Pollution Control Air Pollutant Emission Controlled Vehicles Regulation stipulates the retirement deadlines for pre-Euro 4 diesel commercial vehicles and limits the service life of diesel commercial vehicles first registered after the commencement of the regulation to 15 years. This compels retiring any franchise bus after 15 years of operation. It also establishes a policy of banning buses with engines that do not meet a set emission standard when in use in congested urban districts. The age standard has made it very difficult for local bus enthusiasts to keep retired buses in operational condition. It necessarily also impacts on ideas or plans for creating a bus museum.
Why would one have a bus museum? It's better to call it a transport museum. We want a museum that reflects most people's historical transport experience, about using modern virtual reality to turn a bus into an exhibit. So here's another little appeal to government, because this is innovative, it's creative, it uses creative industries and the latest technology. So it's a museum that isn't just a graveyard of old buses, it's a nurturing place for new thinking.
So if I went to a museum about buses, I would really like to see the history of the buses, like how they looked in the past and how they look today, like the development of the buses of that particular place I'm going to. But I would also like to see buses from different countries. They're kind of different from the ones in Hong Kong. Maybe explore a bus, go into it. And they also, those upper decker buses, you can't see them everywhere. So it's really part of the city's image.
This is so even though Transport Department only regulates the disposal of retired franchise buses and does not regulate their purchase by collectors.
都真係講過好多次，亦都講咗十年八載㗎啦。真係好多困難嘅，困難到係基本上你想架車出街啦，你想揾個地方好好地保存架車啦，因為我哋而家係做緊一個保存嘅工作啊嘛。OK， 唔係好天曬落雨淋咁樣擺喺條街度啊嘛。咁我哋想揾個有蓋嘅地方，基本有蓋嘅地方都冇嘅。當然巴士公司有做緊佢嘅嘢啦，咁但係呢個係巴士公司做緊嘅嘢，亦都佢能力上或者係行政上，佢亦都冇可能去accommodate晒每一架巴士、每一款巴士，有好多佢都係漏咗嘅。
It also has many environmental and social implications that we shall cover later. Before discussing the environmental and social impact of this policy, we need to know the basic parts of a public bus. First, there is the chassis, on which the name of the bus model is based. Second, the bus engine. Third is the gearbox, transmission and wheels, the drivetrain. Finally, there is the bus body, also known as its coachwork, and the air conditioning unit. Most British bus manufacturers produce chassis which allow a choice of different bus bodies supplied by other companies. These parts are often purchased by bus companies from different suppliers, and each mix is a complicated commercial decision based on actual route and road conditions, market situations, and supplier capacities. Hong Kong does not manufacture any part of a bus, but it has the capacity to fit out a limited number of bus bodies using what are called CKD, completely knocked-down kits. The parts of buses were and are therefore all imports. Once assembled in Hong Kong, today the work is done in mainland China. However, demonstration buses are assembled by an overseas chassis supplier and arrive in Hong Kong complete. The chassis is generally the most durable part and can last for at least 50 years. The gearbox and engine have improved over the years due to technical advances. Although older bus engines were very durable and reconditioned, powered many Hong Kong fishing trawlers. For British buses, it is the chassis, not the body built upon it, that is used to classify any model. Each type is the specific design of a particular supplier. When any bus body is damaged beyond repair or has got too old to be kept going, it will be replaced with the same or a different model. The 15-year age limit causes a bus company to regularly buy new buses. That means new chassis, new gearboxes, new engines and body designs that all reflect the latest technology, safety regulations and design thinking. A new engine to an improved design to meet more stringent emission standards surely helps the environment and saves on government vehicle inspection costs. However, there is no real environmental need to scrap the whole bus to do this. When the same dimensioned engine and drivetrain is still in production, but manufactured to meet tighter emissions standards, the premature retirement of a chassis and coachwork produces solid waste. It also affects local employment by reducing demand for technicians and fitters, who can replace old parts with new ones on an existing chassis. A more flexible policy that requires the periodic replacement of bus engines and drivetrains for franchise buses in service is a more environmentally and business-friendly policy.
Buses are not a real problem. They can also just sit in one place. They don't have to run around roads. They can work on rollers. They can sit as static exhibits. They can actually themselves be galleries. People can get on a bus and get off it, walk around it. It is its own solution if one thinks creatively. But if you want to keep buses and you want to have a museum, you have to think of ways in which those rules can be interpreted in ways that government will accept, which allow for a bus museum to be created.
巴士係一件行嘅嘢嚟嘅，你能夠俾佢行到嘅、載到人嘅、俾人睇到嘅，好似我頭先咁講，車翻一個80歲嘅老婆婆由新蒲崗去翻觀塘嘅，我相信婆婆會好 appreciate 呢樣嘢。而我哋嘅能力就係盡量希望能夠 reconstruct 到呢樣嘢出嚟，俾社會一齊去分享呢件事，呢個好重要。good 㗎，幾欣賞呢樣嘢。
This would also create a local market for second-hand buses and allow for the creation of a bus museum as a novel heritage asset for the education and enjoyment of the public.